Welcome to Task Messenger, and thank you for watching this video. In this tutorial, we are going to show you how to assign a task, and in the process, provide you a general overview of the Task Messenger user interface. At the top of the Task Messenger opening screen, you will see 4 tabs: To Do, Doing, Done, and Assign. When you start Task Messenger for the first time, you will be brought directly to the Assign tab. It is from here that you can assign tasks to other Task Messenger users. Let's move this user over to the right side of our screen so we can make room for 2 other Task Messenger users. We now have 3 users on our display. On the right side is Jennifer, and on the left side is Mark and Stephen. In this example, Jennifer is going to be assigning a task to Mark and Stephen. To assign a new task, you begin by selecting the Create Task icon in the lower right corner of the Assign tab. This will bring up the Create Task page, and it is from here that you can create a new task. We begin by entering our task. We then select to whom the task is going to be assigned. In this case, we are assigning our task to Stephen and Mark. Although due dates are optional, this particular task does have a due date, and it is due by the end of the day. We now have a task that is ready to be sent. There were other options we could have set. For example, we could have changed the priority. This is a normal priority task. However, if it were a low priority or a high priority task, we could have made one of those selections. We could have also added an attachment to our task. For example, a photo, a video, or an audio recording. To send our task, we simply select the Create Task button. Our task is now on its way to Stephen and Mark. I'm going to halt the application for a moment so I can explain what's going on. On Jennifer's phone, you see the current state of the task. On the left side, you see the first few sentences of the task and the task priority. On the right side, you see a variety of information about the task: to whom the task was assigned, the due date of the task, the current status of the task. In this case, it's Q, which means Task Messenger is preparing the task to be sent to Mark and Stephen. This will quickly change to sending and then ultimately to delivered. Finally, on the bottom row, you see the chat icon, the set reminder icon, and the delete task icon. Okay, let's restart the application. Keep an eye on Jennifer's phone and watch the status go from queued to sending to delivered. At this point, Jennifer knows that the task has been delivered to Stephen and Mark. And as you can see, both Stephen and Mark have received an alert notifying them a new task requiring their attention has just arrived. New tasks are delivered to the To Do tab. Let's have a look. On the left side of our newly delivered task is the first few sentences showing scrambled. Simply select the task to show it unscrambled. Notice on Jennifer's phone that the task status for Mark has changed from delivered to viewed. Jennifer now knows that Mark has viewed this task. Let's have a look at how this task appears on Mark's phone. On the left side, you have the first few sentences of the task along with the task priority. On the right side, you have who assigned the task, when the task is due, when the task was created, and on the bottom row, an icon for creating a task reminder, and 2 additional icons, one for accepting the task and one for rejecting the task. At this point, Mark needs to decide either to accept the task or to reject the task. For this example, we'll be accepting the task. All accepted tasks are automatically moved to the Doing tab. If you look over at Jennifer's phone, you'll see that the task status for Mark has changed from viewed to doing. Jennifer now knows that Mark is doing this task. Let's have a look back at Mark's phone. A task can be one of several states. It can be doing, paused, blocked, or done. Right now, Mark is doing the task. If for some reason Mark needed to pause the task, he could simply select the paused option. And if you look over at Jennifer's phone, you'll see that the change in the task status is automatically reflected. Now, if Mark decided to restart the task, he could go back to doing. And again, That change in status will automatically get reflected on Jennifer's phone. Task Messenger tracks the status of each user participating in a task, and it does it in real time. Any user participating in a task can get the task status for all other users on the same task. For example, if Stephen wants to know Mark's status, all he needs to do is have a look. Let's see how he would do this. Let's have Stephen navigate to the To-Do tab. At the top of the task, you will see the information icon. Selecting this icon will get the current status of the task for all users. Stephen can see that Mark is doing the task, and that he started doing it at 5:43 p.m. If Mark were to change his status, for example from doing to paused, that would quickly get reflected on both Jennifer's phone and on Stephen's phone. When Mark completes the task, he will select the Done status. This will move the task from the Doing tab to the Done tab, and the new status will get reflected on both Jennifer's phone and on Stephen's phone. You'll also notice that the chat icon on Jennifer's phone has changed from green to red, indicating an unread message is waiting to be viewed. Selecting the icon will reveal the task chat along with the newly delivered message. Thank you for watching this introduction to Task Messenger. We hope you found it informative.